Have you ever looked at your bank account and asked yourself, where did all my money go? If that question made you pause for a second, you're not alone. Millions of middle-aged Americans are living with a steady income, yet still find themselves unable to build real wealth. There are things we spend money on, thinking they're essential, thinking they'll make life more comfortable or happy, but in reality, they quietly eat away at our finances, our health, and even our peace of mind. It's not always the big-ticket expenses like houses or cars. More often, it's the small, routine purchases, the ones that go unnoticed, but add up just enough to derail your dream of financial freedom after 50. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 5 things that many Americans are spending money on every single day, yet they're actually financial traps in disguise. If you're aiming to live a happy life, grounded in financial stability and free enough to invest in your relationships, your appearance, or your personal growth, then this next part is something you absolutely cannot miss. 1. Unused subscriptions, the silent money drain in modern life. Did you know that the average middle-aged American spends between $100 and $300 every month just to maintain their subscriptions? You might be paying for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, a fitness app, or even a gym membership you haven't stepped into for the past 6 months. These small fees may seem insignificant, but it's exactly that insignificance that causes people to ignore them, ultimately wasting hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a year without even realizing it. In a tech-driven world, it takes just one click to subscribe to a new service. And just 3 months of forgetting to cancel could cost you enough for a vacation, a self-development course, or healthier meals that actually benefit your well-being. But instead, we let money quietly slip away because of one deeply common mindset. Let's just keep it, for now. I might need it someday. The real question you should be asking is, how many times did you open your fitness app last month? Do you really watch all the channels across every streaming platform you're subscribed to? And are you actually feeling happier, more successful, or just spending more? Cutting out unnecessary expenses doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. In fact, it's the first step toward reclaiming financial control without drastically changing your current lifestyle. Just sit down, look over your bank statements and credit card bills. You'll be surprised by how many charges show up month after month from services you barely even remember signing up for. Many people have saved $100 to $200 a month simply by canceling subscriptions they no longer use. And here's the best part. They don't miss a thing. On the contrary, they feel lighter mentally, less stressed, and most importantly, they gain extra resources to invest in what truly matters. That could mean a growing investment account, a clearer retirement plan, or simply more quality time for family and relationships. By middle age, the most valuable things in life are no longer shiny new gadgets. They are financial clarity, mental freedom, and the ability to choose what truly brings meaning. There's nothing more disheartening than watching your money leak away through services that no longer serve you just because you forgot to cancel or didn't bother to check. Think a little further ahead. If you save $200 a month, that's nearly $2,400 a year. Over 5 years, that's more than $12,000. Enough to cover part of a child's college tuition, jumpstart an investment, or fund a family vacation that truly enriches your spirit and strengthens your closest relationships. We live in a world where everything is designed to make you spend. Subscriptions, ads, limited time offers, they're all crafted to make you feel like you need them even when you're perfectly fine without. That's why canceling a subscription isn't just about saving money. It's your way of saying no to what no longer serves you, and yes to what truly matters. And this is just the beginning. Next, I'll reveal the thing that could be draining tens of thousands of dollars from your finances without you even noticing. But before we get there, pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you opened that gym app? Because if you didn't use it this month, chances are you won't use it next month either. And if you don't take action today, your bank account will continue losing small amounts that quietly turn into a massive financial leak over time. Start by reviewing every subscription you're currently paying for. Eliminate the ones that no longer bring value. And ask yourself, if I stopped this today, would my life be any different? If the answer is no, then you already know what to do. Wealth doesn't come from earning more. It comes from keeping more, managing better, and using what you have with intention. In today's world, saving isn't just a virtue, it's a survival skill to protect your finances, your mental health, and the long-term happiness of you and your family.
2. Owning too many cars when style weighs down your finances. By middle age, many people come to believe that owning a large, shiny car is a symbol of success and status. And yes, a luxury SUV or the latest pickup truck might leave a lasting impression on strangers. But what most people overlook is this: maintenance, insurance, fuel, and depreciation all silently chip away at your finances every single month. The more expensive the vehicle, the higher the costs that come with it. And if you own 2 or even 3 vehicles, even if they rarely leave the garage, the insurance and taxes alone can still add up quickly. You may not feel it right away, but over time, these expenses can amount to tens of thousands of dollars, enough to fund a retirement account or pay for a meaningful family vacation. The bigger question is, does that car actually make your life more convenient, or is it causing more stress every time a payment is due? Do you really need a 7-seater when you drive alone most of the time? And are you chasing the feeling of keeping up with the neighbors instead of choosing what truly fits your needs? Downsizing to a more practical car doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. In fact, today's standard vehicles come fully equipped with modern technology that ensures safety, convenience, and even a polished professional image. More importantly, driving a car that fits your lifestyle gives you greater control over your spending, reduces financial stress, and lifts a mental burden you may not even realize you've been carrying. A wise decision today can lay the foundation for lasting wealth tomorrow. Because every dollar you don't spend on an oversized vehicle is a dollar you can put towards self-improvement, health, or a more secure and joyful future. You don't need to give up your car. You just need to pause and reflect. Is the vehicle you're driving a tool that supports your life, or a burden that's quietly pulling you further away from financial freedom? That beautiful car may make you look successful in the eyes of strangers, but in the eyes of the bank, it's just a debt ballooning out of control. And in the next part, we'll talk about an expense many believe is an investment in beauty, but in reality, it's a trap that keeps you stuck in a cycle of financial pressure. And that is
3. Overpriced anti-aging products, when a jar of cream can't buy time. By middle age, almost everyone wants to preserve their appearance and feel youthful. That's why the anti-aging industry has become a massive money-making machine, targeting our fear of aging, fear of looking less than, and fear of falling behind. From $200 eye creams to $500 cell-regenerating serums and exclusive skincare packages that cost thousands a year, these products are marketed as the secret to staying young. But the truth is surprisingly simple. 80% of real beauty results come from the basics: hydration, healthy eating, regular exercise, quality sleep, and managing stress. These habits don't just give you healthier skin, they nourish you from within, creating genuine happiness, mental clarity, and lasting confidence. Spending excessive money on luxury cosmetics not only strains your finances, it also creates a silent pressure, the constant feeling that you must fight time, that you're never beautiful enough. Over time, this mindset doesn't make you younger. It makes you exhausted, less natural, and increasingly disconnected from real joy. Let's do some quick math. If you spend around $300 per month on high-end beauty product, that's over $3,600 a year. In 5 years, nearly $20,000. That's enough to overhaul your entire nutrition plan, enroll in premium yoga classes, take regular wellness retreats, or invest in a personal development course that helps you grow, not just in appearance, but in wealth, wellness, and self-worth. More importantly, you don't need to buy more to stay young. What you may need is to let go. Let go of chasing the next miracle cream. Let go of unrealistic beauty standards. Let go of believing every glittering promise in skincare ads that rarely come with real evidence. And instead, take care of yourself through sustainable habits. Connect with your body from a place of kindness, not pressure. Remember this: true beauty doesn't come from the price tag on a jar of cream. It comes from how you live your life every day. Deep rest, a calm mind, nourishing food, and positive relationships — this is the most powerful serum science has ever validated. No side effects, no need to apply, no expiration date after 3 months. I might surprise you when I tell you the secret to staying young isn't in a jar. I'll share more about that at the end of this video. But for now, let's move on to the next emotional trap, one that causes millions of Americans to spend money every week thinking they're saving, when in fact, they're slowly draining their own finances. 4. Emotional spending, when discounts become a dangerous financial trap. Signs screaming 50% off, buy one, get one free, today only, are everywhere, from shopping malls and supermarkets to the very screen you're holding in your hand. And many of us find ourselves caught up in a rush of excitement, feeling like if we don't buy now, we'll miss out on something huge. But what's the reality? Most of the items bought because they were cheap end up untouched, sitting in the closet or buried in a drawer. From unworn clothes with the tags still on, to kitchen gadgets tucked away in cabinets, to deal-of-the-day electronics that never get used, these are all symptoms of emotional spending. That's when you buy not because you need something, but because of how it makes you feel, to relieve stress, to feel deserving, or simply because it was a good deal. The thrill of scoring a bargain is powerful, but fleeting. It lasts a few minutes, maybe a few hours, but the cost? That lingers. Your bank account drains, credit card debt rises, your home becomes more cluttered, and worst of all, your mental well-being suffers under the weight of financial anxiety. Did you know the average American wastes over $1,400 each year on unnecessary purchases? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Add in storage costs, maintenance, and emotional toll, and the real number is much higher. Worse still, this habit rarely stops at one purchase. It becomes a cycle. Every time stress, fatigue, or emptiness creeps in, people often turn to shopping as a form of reward. But what follows? Regret, guilt, and once again, financial worry. The good news is, you can break free from this emotional loop. It starts with a simple question every time you reach for your wallet. Am I buying this because I need it, or just because it's on sale? When you learn to pause and question your impulses, you're not just saving money, you're reclaiming control over your life. Because real wealth doesn't lie in what you own, it lies in the clarity and discipline you maintain. Just by cutting back on emotional spending, you could save thousands of dollars a year. That money could go into investments, healthier meals, meditation classes, therapy, or finally chasing that personal goal you've been putting off for years. There's nothing wrong with buying something that brings you joy, but the real tragedy is when that joy is fake, and the anxiety it leaves behind is very real. Up next, I'll share with you an expense that seems essential in our modern world, but is often the #1 reason people keep spending money just for the feeling of something new.
5. New tech devices, when the latest model is just an excuse to spend more. You just bought that flagship smartphone less than a year ago, and yet here comes the push to upgrade. A slightly sharper screen, a new camera feature, battery life extended by 15 minutes. And just like that, millions of Americans spend another $1,000 to $2,000 to own the latest thing. The irony? Their current phone still works perfectly. And it's not just phones. Smartwatches, TVs,
headphones, tablets, laptops, all caught up in the endless upgrade cycle. Consumers fall into the mindset of newer is better, keep up or fall behind, or worse, I need it to look successful. But here's the truth. New tech doesn't always deliver real value. Sometimes it adds more costs, forces you to relearn interfaces, breaks compatibility with older devices, or simply isn't different enough to justify the price. Technology is meant to serve your life, not consume it. If you're constantly chasing the next device, you're falling into a modern financial trap, spending more to feel successful without actually gaining anything of true worth. Each upgrade might cost hundreds or thousands of dollars, and over 5 years, that could drain money you could have used for early retirement, better health, or a new skill that genuinely improves your life. Let me share a little-known truth from Apple that might change how you spend money forever. On average, an iPhone can function efficiently for 5 to 6 years, but marketing campaigns are designed to make you feel outdated in just 1 or 2. Not because your phone is failing, but because they know the feeling of wanting is stronger than the need itself. If you can pause before every product launch and ask yourself, do I truly need this upgrade, or am I being swept away by a wave of spending? Then you're practicing mindful tech consumption. And in this era, that's not just wisdom, it's a survival skill. True wealth isn't measured by how many new gadgets you own. It's in your ability to stand firm, not needing to chase anything just to feel worthy. When you cut spending on unnecessary devices, you'll feel lighter, mentally and financially. You'll free up space to invest in what truly brings success and long-term happiness. You don't need 3 side hustles. You don't need to win the lottery. You just need to stop spending on these 5 money drains. By cutting them out, you're not just saving thousands a year. You're reclaiming your freedom, peace of mind, and lasting joy. If any of this hits home, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about, someone who wants to grow wealth without working themselves into the ground. Because real wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in the way you think and how you spend every single dollar. See you in the next video, where we'll keep learning how to live smarter, richer, and freer, starting with the smallest changes.